All right, we're ready for another quick review lesson. This one is on simplifying expressions, or sometimes we call it combining like terms, basically taking a larger expression and kind of combining together the pieces that we can. So if you remember, a like term are terms that have the same variable. So you can combine x's with x's, the y's with the y's, but you can't combine two different variables together. A way to think about it is think of those variables as representing something. Maybe x's are Xboxes and y's are yo-yos. You can't combine an Xbox and a yo-yo together. Only like terms are the ones that can be combined. So I can combine yo-yos with yo-yos or apples with apples. I can't mix them together. So a good rule is make sure to change any subtraction into addition before you attempt to combine your like terms. But basically the rule is I can only add things together that are like terms. So I can combine my 8x and my 2x. That gives me 10x. I can combine my 6 and my 4 because they're just plain numbers, just constants. I can do 6 plus 4 is 10. But I can't combine 10x and 10 together because they're not like terms. They don't both have the same variable. On our next one here, remember change your subtraction to adding the opposite. And remember, anytime you have a lone variable, remember that's really always a 1 hiding in front of there. That's 1w. Right? And then go ahead and combine those like terms. 4w plus negative 1w. They have different signs, so subtract. That's 3w. And another negative 2w. So 3 and negative 2 is 1w, or just w. And then I have my negative 8. Okay? So combine together any like terms, and then each of the separate pieces stay where they are. So here, change it to adding the opposite, adding the opposite. I'm going to add my 1 in front of the a, and then I'm going to go ahead and combine my like terms. I can do 8a and 1a, that's 9a. I can do negative 5b and positive 6b. A negative 5 and a positive 6 is a positive 1, or just b. And then I have plus 9. That's as simplified as I can get when I'm combining those like terms together. When you're deciding what order to put pieces in, the rule of thumb is your constants are always your last term in the expression. And if there's more than one variable, you always put them in alphabetical order. So A's, then B's, and then into my constants. All right, last one here. There's a lot going on, so be careful with it. I'm going to put my 1 in front of my x, change my subtractions to adding the opposites. Because once everything's addition, it's a lot easier to make sure you combine together the pieces correctly. You'll notice that I like to use circles and boxes and underlines. Other people like to use different colors as they're doing it, but find what works for you in order to separate things out and be able to visually see what I can combine together. Here I have negative 1x plus 3x plus 4x. Well, 3 plus 4 is 7, plus negative 1 is 6x. Here I have 5y. There aren't any other y's, so I can only combine that with itself. And then I have 17 and negative 28. Well, they have different signs, so I'm going to subtract. 28 minus 17 is 11. Take the sign of the bigger number, which is my negative, so negative 11. All right, hope that helps. Now it's time to practice.